qualification drills at the firing range may sound the same this week, but the look is much different. After 15 years of carrying Sig Sauer handguns, the Dalton Police Department is issuing new Glock 22 40 caliber guns to officers.
There are several reasons why it's such a very popular weapon in law enforcement. One, it's very reliable, very dependable, very low maintenance is required on it, much lighter weapon system. It is very simple to use, simple to teach.
Having a chance to shoot it for a little while, I like it actually better than I thought, but I guess a lot of that has to do with having the same weapon for 15 years.
The new guns do take some getting used to. The trigger system is different from the old SIGs, and it's not just the guns that are new, the holsters are too.
Anytime you go to any kind of new equipment, you need to make sure that you're prepared to use it. So some of the things that we're having to train on is the trigger system is much different on these weapons. Capacity of the magazines is much different. The holster, again, like I say, is much different. We need to make sure these guys are confident with this equipment in order to carry it out on the street.
Go ahead and lock the slide to the rear.
As each group of officers gets their new guns, the day starts with a classroom session to learn about the weapon. Then it's out to the range for drills and qualification, both in the daylight and at night. That gives officers an opportunity to try out another new feature of the new guns.
One of the big differences on these weapons is we have the ability to mount the flashlight right to the weapon so the officer doesn't have to find it in an emergency situation. Also, officers don't have to free up one hand to hold the flashlight and the other one to hold the firearm. Since they're bolted together, essentially, it gives us a much better ability to find targets at night to determine whether or not it's a threat.
The weapon-mounted light is one big plus for the new guns. The price tag is another. The transition to the Glocks cost about $14,000, a savings of more than $10,000 over buying new SIGs. No taxpayer money was used for the new weapons. They are being paid for out of drug seizure funds.
Excellent. While the SIGs have been good weapons, we felt like it was time to go to something different for the money and for the type of weapon we were getting. The Glock 22 was the weapon of choice.
The transition will be completed and all Dalton officers will be carrying the new weapons by the end of April. For the Dalton Police Department, I'm Bruce Frazier.